My name is Deborah Chapman. I'm the curator and archivist with the Salmon Arm Museum and Heritage Association, and I'm here with Ted McTaggart, retired manager and construction and maintenance manager. I started with the museum in 1990, and Ted joined me in 1993. As background information, in 1984, Marjorie Fulton Haney willed the District of Salmon Arm half of her father's property. She had a proviso in her will that requested the museum manage the house and property in memory of her father. The association accepted the challenge and began working on the house. It had been rented out for many years and needed some TLC. Linda Tanaka and Marilyn Shaver and a whole crew got to work. They scraped wallpaper off the walls, painted, and made the place presentable. The photos they took are incredible, and I'm really glad I missed that project. Ted, what was your role in the house restoration?
Well, the first thing we needed to do is that we had damage to the basement, and ants had infested her, and so we dealt with those with exterminators, and then we lifted the house a couple of inches and replaced two of the concrete walls in the basement and the basement floor. And then when you put that back down, because you and I were there so long, we were there for other projects. We eventually did a complete restoration of the exterior of the house, repairs to the chimneys, new roof, cedar roof over a roof that had maybe 3 roofs on it, and what else did we do? We discovered we had zone light in the attic, which had asbestos in it. So, with the help of the city, we were able to get that professionally removed and re-insulated. And we painted the whole building, and also we did early in my years there, we did the interior floors on the ground level. Some had tile put on them, and we brought them back down to the wooden floors, and did quite a bit of work on the inside as well. And with our time there, you and I, we redid the kitchen, which had been modernized back to the period, and that was about it.
I remember you installing the storm windows. We had UV filter film put on them, and that was an easier project compared to some of the others.
Yeah, because the windows didn't have storm windows on them, we had them made and put on to help reduce the heat loss, of course. But that gave us the opportunity to put UV filters on all the windows.
And sometime after 2005, I remember a new furnace going in, and you put a new hot water tank in.
Correct. Yes, we replaced the furnace with a more efficient furnace, and then there was a bathroom upstairs that we left that wouldn't have been there originally. That kind of became the utility room, and that's where we put in a small hot water tank because there was no need for people weren't showering and stuff.
No, that was the main floor bathroom, and it used to be a pantry and a pass-through to the dining room, so we modified it. That's a lot of work we did, Ted.
It was a lot of work. And then of course we did on the grounds and rebuilt the garden shed.
You must be very proud of your work.
I am proud of that project as well as many other ones, but that one left us a legacy of that house. That's a historic treasure, I think.
I think you're right. I had the easier job. I worked on the interior, and I tried to make the place look like home. I got to boil cinnamon sticks and make a fake pie and buy display tomatoes. And I got to do my favorite thing. I don't know if you know that about me. I got to research.
I know that.
I got to choose those paint colors and the flooring, marmoleum.
Yeah, choosing paint's my favorite job.
And then when I found the examples of 1910 kitchen cabinetry, we got Wayne Peace to build those for us in 2 stages. And now over 17,000 people come through that property every year, and they see our work. And I think the highest compliment I ever got was from a kid. And he said to me, "Do you live here?" And then I knew I passed.
Yes, exactly.
There's still some work to do, I think. The stair treads, I don't know if you want to come back to work, Ted, but they're wearing, and the upstairs floors need to be stripped and restained and sealed. And the wallpaper that they installed more than 40 years ago is coming off the wall and showing its age. But we've, as you said, got a new foundation, a new roof, and it makes for a stable house, a real treasure. Do you have any words of advice for someone undertaking such a project like Haney House?
Well, I kind of joke and say don't run, but it was a satisfying project, and because we were able to do it over time, it wasn't that strenuous kind of thing. I mean, we were able to get find the funding, and with the help of different grants and programs and support from the community, it went pretty good.
Thank you. I wondered if you, I had one more question. Can you give us one word that describes Haney House for you? Or if you can't do it in one word, you can have 3.
I can have 3. Well, I think it's a community treasure. It's great for the town to have that, the city to have that. It's a treasure.
Thank you, Ted. I really appreciate this.